page and our YouTube channel. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button there at 102.7 WMLM. And then, of course, Lena, let's see, Amazon Alexa, Google Home, our West Michigan radio app over both frequencies. Ugh, it's a lot. But you
Okay.
know what? It's important for us to get the word out on great events like what is taking place next Thursday. How you doing this morning?
Doing great. I mean, it's the grind time for our big fundraiser, the
Yep.
evening of fine dining.
And this is great. This is going to happen at LACA, at Ludington Area Center for the Arts.
Yes.
And it's an opportunity for people to help out such a great cause. Whenever we talk with you on the air, we get so many people that say she is doing a great job. You're committed to the community, and you've been doing this not for 12 months or a couple years or like that. This is like dedication and
Yeah.
growth over the years too. Give
Right.
us an update on Blue Hat Ministries.
Yeah, we'll be coming up on 10 years of myself doing this and 5 years as a nonprofit.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're going to feature a song at the event that says, "All of these lines across my face tell you the story of where I've been." So,
Yeah, no, that's
joking
all
but
right.
serious a little bit. So, it's
Well,
worth it.
you're helping so many people out, and you know
Yeah.
what stands out is that, and tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, obviously you've expanded from this, but you know the core idea is that people out there need help navigating,
Right.
being able to, and it can be difficult. I mean, from paperwork to getting to appointments to all of that,
Right.
it is tough. And is that still the core principle, or can you give us sort of
Yeah.
that
We're
idea?
focusing on what we call 4 care pillars because we've over the years really found where people will fall through the cracks between different services that are available, different government programs. And so that's brought us down to, of course, our guardian conservator services, which really connects us semi-permanently with the people. And then we do in-home chore services now. So we have a team that will go into the home and help with showers, help whatever we can do to keep them living as independently as possible. And our team is especially trained to work with people that not only might have the physical disabilities, but might have some emotional or mental health things that kind of add that extra layer of challenge. And our team just does such a good job of connecting with people as family. So whatever slogan we're working on, something like when all you need to stay at home is for someone to treat you like family. It works for the people that don't have that family. So, and then we have this year purchased the Thrive House back in July. So we have space for 5 women, and it is excellent and going strong. That is a independent living setting where they essentially rent rooms but share the common space, and we're connected with Prayer and Praise Church, and they run the whole program. So it's heavy drop-in volunteers, and that works so well because then nobody forgets to reorder their meds and end up losing their independence. Nobody ends up in a dangerous situation, or people that these are vulnerable adults, and so we do what we can to protect them, and but while giving them that dignity and independence. So Thrive House has been amazing. We'd love to purchase another one within the year if that opportunity arises. And then the second home would be for men. And our 4th care pillar is donations. People call me all the time, say, "Hey, I've got a couch," and we get it to someone that needs it and connect those kind of things. And also just filling that gap financially. Like if someone has a dental need and only this portion is covered by insurance, we'll work together with people to either do some sort of financing situation or to donate so that they can have the dignity and the care they need.
I think that's very powerful. And over the years, you've adapted to this,
Yeah.
to these pillars,
Right.
because that need is crucial in the community. And speaking of that, how much of a need is that? What is the greater Ludington area look like?
Yeah, it's hard to give exact numbers, but the need is great. I think if I opened myself up to it, I would never stop taking on new people. So we care for in an intimate way about 100 people at a time right now, and that's just a team of 4 of us. So that's pretty intense. All of us, all the people that work with me, take it on as a lifestyle, and I appreciate them so much. I have an amazing team. And of course, our board of directors and the people that support us regularly. But the need is great. I think some of it has to do with our culture and that we have an aging population. We do have a lot of mental health needs. You probably hear from that from your community mental health people that come on the air. But there's only so much that big organizations can do for those kind of things, because you really do see that they need someone that feels like family. So that need is growing. And of course, just the lack of housing and those things make it difficult to care for people. But we're trying our best to fill that need, and we're so grateful for all the people that have supported us to do that.
Well, and that brings us to our topic of conversation today, which
Yeah,
is a big fundraiser for you coming up next Thursday. Uh, Before we even dive into the time and reiterating the location and such, do you see that the community does step up? Is this going to be something where at the end of the night you're going to be like, yes, they are there for us and for those individuals?
this will be our third year at LACA, and so we've filled the place each time. We have RSVPs right now around 70 people, so I do have some space for maybe 25 more, but we would like to get those RSVPs in by the end of this week, so the next couple of days here. We have a chef that comes and we're serving short ribs or Boursin stuffed chicken this year, and so we need to know if you're coming and which meal you'd like. So you got to reach out to us and RSVP either through our Facebook or call me directly. But yeah, I do feel like the community shows up, and we are becoming known, I think, for throwing a good party. So come spend the evening with us.
Well, and especially, we'll talk about that later this fall is, you have the Harvest Festival that you
Right.
put on, and, we were talking about that before we went on the air, and there are those important events that are needed, and, you can't accomplish your goals, and when you are sitting around with your board of directors and with your
Right.
volunteers saying, "We want to achieve this," if you can't fundraise, if you can't get the
Right.
community involved, and it sounds like the community is behind
Yeah.
this. And it's a ramp up, right? It takes time. I mean, you've
Yeah.
been doing this for, you said 10 plus years now.
Yeah.
And that's a huge amount of effort. What is the call today? I mean, we want to be able to fill the event next week, but is it
Right.
greater than that?
Yeah, we need to raise $25,000. This is our biggest event of the year as far as our need for fundraising. That gets us to function for the year. We have had already, though, corporate sponsors. I want to give a shout out to our platinum level Grace Funeral Home, and then we've got some gold level West Shore Bank, Lake Michigan Senior Living, Metalworks. Coming in at the silver level, Ludington Dental, Snyder's Shoes, Merskin and Merskin, and Willowbrook. And then we've got our bronze at Spindrift, Absolute Restoration, and Foxy's Fabulash. So those guys have brought us almost to 8,000 so far. So that gets us a really good start. And I am in search of a matching sponsor. So if someone hears this and would like to be a donor in the 5 to 10,000 range, but wants to do it as a match, that really drives that excitement so that the people that are there that night get excited. I do have another announcement. We have been graciously offered by Rachel Gaudette from Todd and Brad Reed that she's going to come and live stream the event. So if you are in support of what we're doing, but just can't make it that night, spread the word, watch the live stream, watch it later. You can still donate online and enjoy. It's going to be an evening of entertainment as well. So we have a magician, we have a band, we have some fun, silly things that I hope everyone will enjoy.
Well, break that down for us so that
Okay.
yeah, we'd love to listen.
Yeah. Yeah, so our attendees will arrive at 6:30. We'll have nice hors d'oeuvres in the front. We have wine provided by Love Wines, and of course some beer and pop and those kind of things. And then you follow through to find your seat, which you'll be escorted. It's all gorgeous decorations and the blue hat, blue flowers kind of theme. And then we've got music. My son here wants to jump in.
Oh, yeah, say
Come
hi.
on, say
Yeah.
hi. So we do have a little bit of a family theme with the music. My sister, Christina Smalley, is an excellent singer, but I don't think she sings for anybody but me. And so we are blessed to have her, but just such a talent. So we'll be doing some of that. We also have a magician that'll be going from table to table, doing some sleight of hand. And then, just I'm letting one of my employees do a roast on me. We'll
Oh
see
boy.
how that goes.
Oh,
There's probably some good material there. So yeah,
no,
we're
I
having
think
a good time.
it's sounding like it's gonna be a really great event and well put together as
Yeah.
well. It sounds like you've covered a lot of the bases and to make sure that people are able to, kinda kick off summer a little bit knowing that they are, helping out a great cause and community members. Let's bring it home too for 'em. By the way, give a shout out to your son.
Shout out to Asher. I always say he's the biggest volunteer because he gets dragged everywhere for 10 of his 12 years of life. He's been just coming, helping me with my clients, and
That's
he lives it. So I appreciate
very
him.
That's awesome, and, we wouldn't be able to bring this full circle if we didn't share some of the, without crossing over HIPAA lines, of course, but
Sure.
some of the achievements that people can kinda hang on their shoulder and say, "You know
Yeah.
what? We've helped over the years, and they have helped over the years."
So I got to fill in for my main chore service employee, Julia. She has been going to one home where we have two gentlemen that, without this opportunity, would qualify to live in adult foster care. One of them, maybe even nursing home level. But we have them living in their own home, and we do have to go every day, though. And we are in partnership with DHS and getting some funding through that for these guys. But yeah, so we're, I think, 7 months into this experiment of these two guys being roommates. They each have a cat. We come there and make sure that they get their eye drops in and they take their showers and we help them clean. And so just by being there for an hour a day, I mean, it was magical. I was in their home, got to fill in and just saw that they're living this cozy, independent, dignity-filled life because we decided to go the extra mile for them instead of saying that it's too hard or it's too many things. That's where we're committed to, that we're just not going to give up on people. If we can do it, we will. And yeah, we're
I love
committed.
that.
So yeah, that's my favorite story from just this last week. But there's stories every day. Wendy, my main gal, when she's going above and beyond. I mean, after her shift's done, she heads over to Metalodge to see our people there that don't have family that visit them because it breaks her heart. So she just runs to Dairy Queen and buys them all a dilly bar because she just feels like they need it. They need that extra love. And so I'm just so blessed for the team that really has committed and given their full heart to it.
I think that's very powerful. That
Yeah.
it shows in your excitement and your passion about what you do, and
Thank you.
obviously that must overflow to those that work around you too. So I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it's
We
great.
have a good time.
Yeah, no. Is there any additional details? I know there's a link at your Facebook page that people
Yes.
can go to. They can reserve the tickets. Take us through those details if you don't mind.
Okay, so yeah, we have our website, bluehatministriesinc.org. Easier probably to find us straight on Facebook. Just put in Blue Hat Ministries. We're pretty good at keeping stuff in there. But then you do want to all the way RSVP. If you have trouble with that, my number is listed most places, or our number. You can give us a shout. But the event starts at 6:30 next Thursday. Also, if you want to be part of things but just can't make it, I do have some volunteer needs, even starting as soon as today. If you reach out to me, I can probably use you in some of the setup and tear down process and things like that. But yeah, I know it's a hard night as far as end of school and competing with different events and stuff. So we're just blessed for who can take part. And if you can't, if you can make a donation, we really appreciate that. We also have it set up so that if you want to just give $25 a month, that adds up and is a huge support for us. We have that set up through our West Shore Bank. So we appreciate all the people that do that as well.
That's great. Sounds like you've covered a lot of the bases there. And at 70 already, let's see if we can get you to that, 9,500 mark. I mean, that's very possible.
Very possible.
And so for the community that's listening, for those that are watching, let's make sure we spread the word and talk about that. And because there's no doubt, I mean, in the multiple years that you and I have been able to connect right here on the radio and online, that it is a well-deserved program that helps the community in so many different ways, and it continues to expand. And I think that says a lot about it too, that you are seeing those needs and you're saying, "How can we do it?" And I'm sure there's some stressful days and nights and weekends and everything else that comes along with it. But
Yeah.
it sounds like a pat on the back to you and your team is well
Yeah.
deserved.
My husband's gonna come up with some slogans like, "Why move people for a fee when you can do it for free?" He's like, "Man, we're just going, 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 going." But you gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. I That's exactly what it is. And the ways that we serve sometimes are to make sure that our older ladies get their urine samples in. Like just things that are, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. But we sure love and are committed to our people, and enjoy the opportunity to serve the community in this way.
And as we close, is that what is that message to the community for why you do this? Why everybody does that? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. From a young age, I really wanted to serve people. So for me, I am driven by my relationship with the Lord. And I believe that if we humble ourselves and serve each other, that the community will be better because of it. And I see that. I see people that lived very hard lives and maybe are alone because they mistreated other people around them. And we come in and say that we choose to still honor you and give you a life of dignity. And we serve people through the end of life as well. So that's been a big part of what we do, restoring some of that dignity and bringing them to a place where hopefully they can still find some peace and joy and change. And so I don't know. We do what we do out of a love for the community. For me, it's a love for Christ, and that propels me.
As it should. I think that's a great path and
Yeah.
grace, and it's always it's a powerful word, and
Yeah.
always it's never too late as
Yes.
well. A good
Yeah.
statement.
Very true.
Uh, Lena, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. We'll have you back on the air as we talk about the Harvest Fest and any other ways that we can help you from the radio station standpoint and getting the word out in the community.
Yeah.
You can always count on us. Okay.
You've been a blessing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. It is 102.7 Mom FM and Hot Country Hits.